It's April 25th, and coming up on DigiTalk, we have a Facebook IPO update, and there's now a free antivirus software system from Microsoft. Find out what I mean by that, and later in the show, Jay will talk about his trip to PAX East 2012 earlier this month. And we also have my App of the Month tonight, so stick around. This is DigiTalk. Hello everyone, welcome to our show. My name is Sarah.
Hi guys, I'm Jay.
Hope you guys had a good 2 weeks. I know we did.
Yep.
You had some fun.
We did.
Well, I want to first be able to tell you guys how there are a couple ways to contact us. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/DigitalkShow, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/DigitalkShow, or email us at digitalkshow@hotmail.com. And of course, you can call us live here tonight at 978-777-2720. So now is the time where Jay and I update you on what's happened in the tech world over the last 2 weeks. As always, we have our news up first with our 4 topics to run through this week. So let's get right into them. It's time for the news. So if you're looking for a new Blu-ray player, you may want to hold out for now. Recently, CNET's own Rick Brodia went Blu-ray player shopping, and he didn't like what he found. He noted that way back when Blu-ray players cost over $400, they were hard to set up. Netflix support was bad, and the firmware was next to impossible to update. Now, in the year 2012, nothing has changed. Most Blu-ray players still average to a 3-star rating on sites like Amazon and Newegg. Hopefully there is some change in the wind and more Blu-ray players get 4 stars. But for now, for every great review, there are about two about how the player in question can't load or stream Netflix in a timely manner. So be careful when buying a new Blu-ray player. But if you really want to be safe, get a PlayStation 3. It's still the best one to get.
Do you have a Blu-ray player?
I do not have a Blu-ray player. Yeah. I have absolutely nothing like that. I mean, I totally support getting the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Because not only does it have it built in, but you can play games.
Yeah, you can get a lot of value out of it.
It's like, why buy 2 separate things when you've got all of this just in one?
Right, right. I haven't made the Blu-ray jump. Still stuck with the old DVDs.
I hear they're fantastic.
Yeah, it does look nice.
I don't know.
Check out. Well, it seems that the good came late to the world of cloud storage. Dropbox, a service that allows users to upload up to 2 gigabytes of data with a free account or 5 gigabytes with a paid account, has been around for a few years. But do you think that people will drop the Dropbox in favor of Google's new Google Drive? Well, according to their terms of service, Google gets the rights to whatever you upload, which is in stark contrast to the Dropbox service, which claims nothing to whatever files or data that you upload. Google Chrome had a terms of service contract very similar to this, which made many potential users think twice before signing up. Then Google changed the terms and bingo, everyone started using it. Hey Google, will you never learn? Nerds are paid to read your TOS and then tell us consumers why we should think twice about your products. I've been using Dropbox for some time, so I kind of like it. I wouldn't see a need to switch, but I don't see how Google can claim any right to your data just because you're using their service.
I mean, doesn't Facebook kind of do the same thing?
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
It's like a public sharing thing. So, I mean, I guess what they're saying is that anything you would put on there, you can find in a Google search, right?
Nothing's sacred, exactly.
I don't know how I feel about that. Are you paying for your antivirus software? Well, it's time to stop. Microsoft has released Microsoft Security Essentials. This antivirus software is free forever to all people with a copy of Windows. For some strange reason, they haven't advertised the fact that they offer it. It's always being updated, so there's no reason to think your computer is vulnerable. We at DigiTalk like free software. If it's helpful, then that's just another reason to get it. MSE can be downloaded today for the low cost of nothing. And should you want to dump your old antivirus, then give MSE a try. That's pretty cool.
It is cool. I've actually used it a little bit, and you know, it did find some things on my machine, so I was happy to see that it cleared them up.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really talk about antivirus because I have a Mac. I don't need antivirus.
Well, they're starting to get hit a little bit too.
I don't know.
So
I've had it for 5 years with no issues.
No issues?
So.
All right. Careful. And this is a follow-up to a story from a few months ago. Facebook was supposed to go public. While the IPO was supposed to be slated in early May, it seemed that Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg had to put it off because he was too busy. Most likely he was involved with Instagram. Not only that, but senior Zuckerberg had been buying up quite a few patents from Microsoft lately. Maybe Facebook is looking to jack up the stock price value. Yeah, so it seems they're like getting into everything. $1 billion for Instagram was huge. Do you use Instagram at all?
I just got into Instagram, and I already love it.
Yeah,
it's hard to get me to love something.
Yeah.
But like at first I didn't really get it, and I was going to delete it because I couldn't figure out that you could take pictures.
Right.
Because I was like seeing all my friends' pictures. I was like, well, this is great.
Yeah.
I want to put my pictures on there. Yeah. And then I figured out I was just dumb.
Well, we'll have to see what Facebook actually does with it. So
let's see.
Coming up after the break, I'm going to be talking about my take on this year's PAX East event in Boston. We also have Sarah's App of the Month later in the show, RMaker. So you don't want to miss it. This is DigiTalk.
Hi, welcome back. Once again, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jay.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We've got a pretty good show for you. We've got still more to come. So I just want to let you know that you can find our latest shows on DCAT's servers at danverstv.org. You'll find these shows and all of DCAT's recent shows by clicking the on-demand menu button at the top of the page. So I hear that you had fun a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that right now.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. As you know, a couple of weeks ago I went to PAX, and I like to talk about my experience at PAX East 2012. I attended the show on April 7th with a couple of friends and had an absolute blast. I can't wait to attend again. The commute from Danvers to the Boston Convention and Exposition Center took only about a half an hour, which was nice, and there was plenty of parking and shuttles for all the attendees. After checking in, my friends and I were given our own swag bags, as they called them, filled with all kinds of gaming goodies, but it really seemed that it was really tailored to the Magic the Gathering card game crowd. But who can complain about free swag? We also received a program that showed us where everything was, which was nice, and after a short wait in line, we were led into the main expo hall. Of course, PAX is all about the games and community surrounding them, and we spent a good 8 hours checking out everything on the floor. With over 160 booths, there was plenty to play and see. Perhaps the two biggest games on display were Borderlands 2 and Alien Colonial Marines. Borderlands 2 was awesome, and it looks to take everything great about the first game and turn it up to 10. For those of you unfamiliar with the game, Borderlands 2 is a hybrid first-person shooter and role-playing game that's a lot of fun to play with up to 3 of your friends. Unfortunately, we didn't get any hands-on time with these games as it was easily a 2-hour wait to be able to play them. But both looked amazing, and we'll be keeping our eyes on both of them for a future game review of the month. Of course, it wasn't all about the big-name developers, though, and we got to spend a lot of time playing games with some of Boston's indie developers. One of our favorites is a game called Spell Tower, which we got to play and purchase. Spell Tower is dubbed the word game for the rest of us. Whether you love word games or hate them, Spell Tower's elegant design and unique blend of word finding and strategy is sure to hook you. It's out now for iOS, so be sure to check it out. With a huge community of gamers at the show, we got to see some great costumes and characters from different types of games, and we're going to take a look at a few of them. First up, we have Bumblebee, as you know from the Transformer series. He was really cool, and he kind of crouched down and did his little transformations or whatever, so that was really cool. Then up next, we have the Alien from the Aliens films, and this is from the game Colonial Marines. And you could actually get in that little loader there and get your picture taken with them, so that was pretty cool. And of course, we have R2-D2.
Oh,
and,
he's so cute.
Yeah, he was a fan favorite. Everyone was taking their pictures with him. So
did he move, or was he?
Yeah,
just
he
kinda
moved. He was
stationary?
fully robotic. I think the guy actually who had him actually built him. So him and his whole
He looks
family.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's spot on. Him and his whole family were dressed up as Star Wars characters.
Wow.
And there we have the Ghostbusters, and they were posing with the guy from Mass Effect 3, so it's kind of a hybrid shot there.
It's pretty fun.
Next up, we have Gladys, and Gladys was from a game called Half-Life 2. It's a really cool costume.
She looks great.
Yeah, everyone wanted to take her picture or take her picture with them, and she ended up winning the costume contest for that day, so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
This right here, I'm not sure of the character's name, but it's a game called Beautiful Katamari, and the goal of the game is you kind of roll around and collect all these objects, and you start to get bigger and bigger, so she has something to do with that, but she was one of the first characters we saw when we got in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like her tights.
And I don't know if anyone remembers Doctor Who from the 70s, but that's a take on the Cyberman, so he was pretty cool. I had to take a picture of him. And then, of course, we had Link from Legend of Zelda series. And finally, we have a couple of people from the Gears of War series. So
That looks so impressive.
yeah, they put a lot of effort into their costumes, as did everyone. Yeah,
I mean,
so,
I can't build a cardboard box.
right?
Yeah, come on.
I could never see myself going there dressed in costume, but it was probably one of the...
I'll make you one. You could be
All
my
right,
cardboard box.
I'll do it. But it was a lot of fun. So after about 8 hours on the floor, we were pretty tired and hungry, and there were a lot of great places to eat and recharge. And then from there, we really wanted to play some more games. As you can see here, that's the show floor. And we checked out the classic arcade and console free play areas. We spent about an hour playing classic arcade games from the 80s and 90s. But the best part was the console free play area. Basically, you got a ticket, waited for your number to be called, and then you could choose games for the Wii, the Xbox, the PS3, and you just play them to your heart's content. Not having our annual game night that week, my friends and I got to spend over 3 hours playing games we wouldn't usually play, like Tekken, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So PAX was great, but I think you really need to do at least 2 days just so you have a chance to do everything there is. I will certainly be heading there again next year and hope to see you too.
I just hear that it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Everyone said that I know that went said that it was just awesome. People I know went for 3 days
Yep.
and they said they still didn't see everything.
Yeah, it was set up so good, and again, the only downside was just having to wait in lines to play the the big main games like Borderlands 2. But if you wanted to sit there for a couple hours, and that's why I see people playing their DSs and stuff.
Yeah,
in
at least they're being productive.
not so bored. But yeah, no, it was great, and can't wait to do it again.
I know, that sounds a lot of fun. It's time for the Craigslist Jokes of the Week. Now's the time where we take a time out to have a little fun and share some jokes that we found funny on Craigslist. So here we go. Our first joke is by Smokey Joker, and it goes a little something like this. Did you hear about the giant fly attacking the police station? Don't worry, the SWAT team has been notified.
Very cute. And another one by Smokey Joker. Just got out of the zoo for feeding the ducks to the alligators.
Aww.
Poor ducks.
I know, right? This one is also by Smokey Joker. I bought a new boomerang. It took me 3 weeks to throw the old one out.
I think my kids would like a lot of these jokes by Smokey Joker. And finally, always give 100% unless you're giving blood.
Words of wisdom.
Yes.
As always. It's funny because, going through the jokes, it's a little bit difficult. And it seems that the user Smokey Joker actually has the G-rated jokes that we can tell.
Right.
Which is always hard.
It's
but,
a family show.
It's
so.
Keeping it G. You know how we do.
That's right.
All right. Well, we still have more to come. After the break, we have my app of the month, RMaker. Find out what this app is and my rating for it. Stay tuned. You're watching DigiTalk.
Diabetes has been called a silent epidemic. It's time we call it out for exactly what it is. A very serious disease that has to be stopped. This is Brett Michaels. Join us. Choose to share, act, learn, and give. Help us stop diabetes.
You say you'd give your right arm to be there for your family? Here's your chance to prove it. Have your blood pressure checked and control it to lower your risk of heart attack and stroke.
Alcohol is the leading contributor to injury and death for people under 21.
You think it's okay?
You think it's okay?
You think it's okay to buy alcohol?
To buy alcohol? As long as you take my car keys?
As long as you take my car keys?
Taking the keys?
Taking the keys won't stop me.
Won't stop me.
From hooking up?
Drinking until I pass out?
Or getting my face kicked in?
If you want to help keep me safe,
Stop kidding yourself.
And stop providing.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated to teaching peace and understanding to a new generation. There is a new symbol for peace, Rotary. Make a difference in District 7930 Rotary Clubs in northeastern Massachusetts and southern New Hampshire. Contact us at www.rotarydreams.org. Rotary, building communities, bridging continents, and making a difference with 100 years of service in Massachusetts.
It is a counterfeiter because it can print money at its own discretion.
They set the system up so that debtors are rewarded and savers are punished.
We owe tons of interest to the Federal Reserve. It's so important to understand that we need to use gold and silver.
Debt and leverage is okay, but it's when you get excessive, like the path we're on now, there's no return. I think we've passed the point and they know it.
All of this comes together once you understand the principle of personal property and property rights.
Hello, welcome back to DigiTalk. Once again, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jay.
We want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We still have more of the show to come, but I definitely want to take this moment to say that there's a lot of great people that work here on this show. And I know you see basically just Jay and I, but I'd like to have this opportunity to let them have a little spotlight, say a little hi. So you guys want to say hi? Wave? Say hi? Yay! No?
There's somewhere.
There we go.
Give it a little round
These
of
guys
applause.
are awesome. They are the people that just keep the show going. There's a lot of tech stuff even going on just within this show.
That's right.
And they're really great, and they always have a really good sense of humor about things. So
They do.
Want to send a thank you out to them tonight.
And speaking of crew,
And speaking of crew, before we get into my app of the month, I want to let you know that you can help out on the show by becoming a member of DCAT and taking a couple of production classes if you live here in Danvers. Just come to DCAT and let us know, or you can email us at digitalkshow@hotmail.com. This is a great opportunity for those that wish to get into the news business, or for those who just want a taste of what it would be like to be part of a fast-paced show. Come join our crew and be part of the fun, because we do have a lot of fun here. It's absolutely
as you
true.
can see from that shot. So.
All right. Well, it is time for my app of the month, which I said before is RMaker. Now, when I downloaded this app, first of all, the purpose of this app is it's supposed to be a ringtone maker. It displays RMaker on your home screen because it's too long. But the whole point of this is to actually have the music that is already in your phone or iPod and be able to take it out and make it into ringtones. Now, I thought this was really cool when I downloaded it, so I started to try to do it. And then I realized after I had uploaded all my music and had it cut just right, I couldn't find it in my list of ringtones. So I actually did some research into what was going on, and apparently it was not as simple as it looked. You actually had to plug your iPhone into your computer and then transfer files out of your phone onto your desktop and then somehow figure out how to get that into iTunes to then try to get it back into your... It was awful. I couldn't figure it out. I mean, you got to have like a 1 or 2 step process with me. It's a little bit too much. So this app, I have to say, was definitely not very user-friendly. So on my dank scale, it got a 2. I don't even think it really should have gotten that much, but, you know, it's 2 words in the name, so I guess I had to give it at least 2 points. But it was a disappointment. I really wanted something that was going to help me out, but it didn't really work out that way.
Bummer.
So,
yeah,
I know.
yeah. Sounds good in theory, but I guess there's probably
Yeah, it was. I can't
cumbersome.
even. I had to like look up directions on how to use the app. I mean, I feel like apps should really be self-explanatory. I
Exactly.
shouldn't have to use another app to see how to use that app. It's just too much.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be some better programs out there for that kind of thing.
Oh, there
You can,
definitely is. There's definitely, and I mean, it's really competitive. And if you have
Yeah.
an app that's just not user-friendly,
Right.
you're not going to go
Yep,
too far
yeah,
with
exactly.
it. So,
Stay away from RMaker.
yes, please. All right, well, unfortunately, this comes to the end of our show. I want to thank you guys for coming and watching us tonight. We had a lot of fun.
We did, as
you know.
always.
Like to tell you guys all about the new stuff coming out and some of the old stuff, giving you updates. But
right.
I want to let you know just one last time, there are a few ways to contact us. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/DigitalkShow, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/DigitalkShow, or email us at digitalkshow@hotmail.com. Stay tuned to DCAT for Mass Factor coming up at 8 o'clock. JB Davis Productions is taking a well-deserved break for a couple of weeks. The Currency of Democracy will be live in 3 weeks on Wednesday, May 17th at 7 o'clock, and Digitalk will be back on the 23rd. From all of us here at Digitalk, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 4 weeks.
Take care, guys.
4.